Right, let's see if we're live. We are getting there. That looks like we're good to go. So we should be live on Twitch now. Hi and welcome to this Battletech Career Mode Let's Play. We're on the planet of Cavalor. We've finished the Operation Flattened Earth Flashpoint. We're just mopping up contracts here before we head off to Pastures New. Looking probably to do the Steel Beast Flashpoint next. We've got one 3-skull capture base to do. Let's have a look. And don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I'm repping the Merrick Free Worlds League with my t-shirt at the moment. So again, I mean, there's not going to be any salvage we care about, so we'll just take one priority pick in case a cool plus gear weapon drops. We're at max rep and minimum rep with the Capellans already, so don't need to do anything rep-wise. Who are we going to run out with? So, on a capture base, I think you're probably not that useful. You still got high spirit, so I'm going to pick you over Spenthia, and we'll probably take... I'll probably take the AC-10 Orion, actually, because the AC-21 runs a bit hotter, and the AC-10s with the SRM-6s, we still kick out a fair bit of damage, and we don't have to worry too much about we don't have to worry too much about heat, whereas the AC-20 Orion does suffer from heat build up. I mean, the Kantaras do as well, but you're able to control that to some extent just by using the SRMs. And we do want to take Spencer out. She's really close to getting coolant vent, as is Medusa actually. So that's encouraging. I think we're probably turning Jinsu into an ace pilot. You can always... it's hard to get too many ace pilots. So yeah, let's run out with this. We're on 3.5 versus 3 skulls. We should be okay. And Popo, who's in our command stalker, he's on track to be our next 10-10-10-10-10 pilot. Alright, let's have a look. So, trade negotiations between the Free Worlds League and the Capellan Confederation have broken down. We believe that if we capture and hold a Capellan military base in a Cavalor system, we will be able to force them back to the negotiating table. Your job is to take the base and hold it until our forces can occupy it. So, probably one wave of guys before we take the base, and then another wave of reinforcements coming in after we take it.
Command
So,
interface initiated.
If we can take on both forces separately, we should be alright. Okay, come on, we're getting intel about the base's location. Move up to a position where you can get eyes on the base, and let's see what's in there. Eliminate any Capellan defenders and secure the base. So we can pile up that kind of loose terrain here. I think we might struggle to get round. So there's... It looks like there's turret mounts. We don't know yet if they're going to have turrets on them. The base may just be defended by the turrets, and then when we take it, reinforcements are going to come in. It's pretty dark at the moment. We've got the light being cast behind us. So seeing the terrain in the shadier portions of the map is tricky. We know there's rough terrain there. Hopefully we'll be able to get up and over there. I have a feeling the reinforcements when they come are going to be over here. Because, yeah, You'd have to be careful dropping them in here because they might not be able to make it up. That's the corner of the map as well. So I feel like they're going to come either in from over here, or this is the back corner of the map. Maybe over here. That just seems more likely to me. It's not a huge map. Let's get running in. Running through that rough terrain here is not a problem. There's no bad guys around to hit us and punish us for taking the extra stability damage. I don't want to get too far ahead of that stalker. So I'm just going to move up here. We can jump on the Kintaras. Okay, so there are enemy mechs defending this as well. And let's sprint up here. Okay, so we've got light. 20 tons coming out to have a look. Medium mech back there. 50 tonner. Could be a few things. Crab, trebuchet, hunchback, centurion. No, we don't know about you. Okay, but you went, I think, in the medium phase. So I guess we want to take that down. Let's get down to the phase 1.
Acknowledged.
I think the turrets are too far away for sense and lock. And
waiting for orders.
can we get line of sight on that locust? We can, and we can also get a shot off. Let's vigilance, because we won't be in cover. Jump up from here.
Up high. We got company.
Locust 1M, so it's going to be pretty fragile. That's a trebuchet, alright. We've got better numbers on that trebuchet. And the trebuchet is obviously much more of a threat than the locust is with its LRM-15s.
Roger that.
So we really spike the heat there. And there's our own turret back there. Mostly missing thanks to our evasion. Let's see, I'm going to move you up.
Heading out.
Let's multi-target A and B, and we'll dump most of the stuff on the trebuchet.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Let's see if we can knock it down. Maybe next turn. Alright, so we bleed off some of the evasion from that locust. 20 in that center torso, it's got ammo there as well.
Waiting for orders.
Right, we don't have jump jets on this Orion, so we're sprinting in. Get 4 evasion that way.
Sprinting.
Orders.
And Medusa, we don't have resolve to vigilance with him. We don't have a shot either.
Roger.
Let's not build up any heat by jumping and just sprint in so we're ready. Okay, so they're backing off with that locust. They got 2 evasion. They're not braced in any way. We're not an ace pilot, which is unfortunate. That trebuchet is going to go first in the light phase. Unless I do something
Commander.
to knock them down, I can run in. I can get into cover. I'm going to take a battering from whatever turrets are over here if I do that, which is Not ideal.
Confirmed.
Oh, it's another trebuchet. And more turrets over there. Okay. Let's knock this trebuchet down the order. We can't fire the medium lasers because they build up too much heat. We can take off one of these. They're all 90% to hit.
Engaging with target.
Did I forget which one
I
had the
think I
ammo in
hit
it?
something good.
No, there was ammo in there. We just weren't lucky enough to crit it. Okay, there's another 50 tonner. It's a crab coming in. So we get just the one large laser hitting, and that only for 24, which isn't bad.
Ready for orders.
Maybe we are jumping now, but if we jump there, we've got no shot. Whereas if we jump here, we're doing okay. It's a bit more heat
Firing jump jet.
than I like to build, but we do need the cover. And we do have the resolve. Let's concentrate some fire by taking off that side torso. Anything that winds up over there then goes center torso.
Reporting critical hit.
Alright, what are you going to do?
Minimal damage on
Alright,
that hit.
stung a bit, but we've still got plenty of armor, so that's good.
I hear ya.
Right, well, we can get line of sight on that trebuchet. We are going to take a battering from whatever turrets can see us, though, so I think I'm reserving with you.
Waiting for the shot.
And he gets up. I should have gone first with him. Okay, pretty much everything missed. We do have hit defense gyros
Waiting on you, Commander.
in these. We do have hit defense gyros in these Kantaras. Yeah, now we don't have a shot at all. Oh, okay, we do have a shot on the crab if we move up here. We'll take that last.
What's up, boss?
Popo, let's move you just a little bit closer.
Coordinates received.
So, the crab, we don't have vision on the damage trebuchet. We can put some in on the crab, we'll be going from the side, and a little bit more on the locust to take it out. Let's split fire again. We'll put a couple on there. And we'll go B.
Splitting fire.
If I didn't land anything on the center torso there. Okay, so they're sensor locking us.
Good to go.
And we've established that we can
On my
get
way.
shots on that crab, so we may as well take them. They're all pretty good numbers, actually.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
And that crab's having a bad day. Okay, yeah, that was a little painful.
Damage is minor, Commander.
And happily they missed Medusa there.
Show me your war face.
What's that locust going to do? I mean, very little, obviously, but... So I feel like we want to rotate you
Orders.
out of being shot at. If we jump here, almost no one has line of sight on you. And we also have line of sight on no one else. We get 5 evasion this way, but we're not in cover. And stuff will be able to get to us indirectly. I do wonder if we just want to keep tanking the fire. How are we doing? I mean, Medusa's fine. He's not touched. And 826 of 960. She's a bit softened up. Really not any major damage taken to any one location. It's all pretty spread out. We can probably just keep firing away, see if we can kill that crab. That trebuchet is going next though, and that one. Do I want to try and take out some of the offensive capabilities of this trebuchet before it gets to go? That is the question.
Aye, aye.
Right, from here we are hitting from the side. Alright, let's stand here and trade. No, we overheat too much. Let's bleed off what heat we can. Go that way.
On my way. Double time.
Okay, we hadn't taken anything before, so that's okay.
Good to go.
We don't get any evasion for moving, may as well stay still. Oh, except if we want... Yeah, I want to have a crack at this trebuchet before... Let's go. I'm only going to knock it down to phase 2 though, and it's going to just go right after I do anyway, so I don't think there's any point in precision striking. Let's move up here. Maybe I'm just going to take this locust out. Or not. I'm just going to sandpaper it evenly and completely miss the center torso. That happens sometimes. Okay, we're still hanging in there. The 40% damage reduction really making the difference.
What can I do for you?
Okay, Spencer, you get up here. Who can you shoot? You can shoot that crab.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Let's go for that then and see if we can take out that center torso. Great. Okay, first enemy down.
Did you see that? Did you see it?
Commander.
And Popo from back here. I think if we multi-target again, A and B. This time, surely.
Acknowledged.
Yep, there we go. That locust luck had to run out sooner or later.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Okay, one of those PPCs scratching the paintwork on us. And that is a lot of LRMs connecting. We're on steady now. Oh, let's spread the damage. Hit us for 30 on that Orion. So that
Ha! Send me a real opponent.
that Orion's got to kind of be front and center now as the person taking the damage. We've built up a lot of resolve. Not really bleeding off all that much
Standing by.
heat. So I think here we can afford to vigilance. Skip down here. We'd have a bit of evasion this way.
On it.
Shoot in from this side on the trebuchet. Yeah, turn off one of the 80s. That's only doing 10 damage. And hopefully we'll go through and just take out that central torso.
Shot.
There we go.
Target neutralized.
Are they going for a punch? Oh boy, they are. Okay, so they hit us in the rear,
My internals are taking a beating.
where the ammo is. But don't crit the ammo. So, phew.
Standing by.
Alright, so we can take a rear shot from back here, which we should definitely do.
Got the angle. Taking the shot. Waiting on you, Commander.
And yeah, we can take shots on the
Moving out.
turrets with Popo after this. So that would take off a medium laser, I think. To take off both medium lasers. We don't need much to hit here though.
Targeting enemy.
You're clear to proceed to your next objective.
Gotcha.
Ready to get it on.
I guess we can start moving you up and we'll just drop. It's 157, so we need like a lot of these to hit.
Target
I
acquired.
think enough will hit that we take this out in one volley. Yep, not a whole lot of damage left over afterwards, but turret's down.
What do you need?
So we can get into cover here. That's the base. Let's avoid any surprises, shall we? Watch for additional The Capellan Confederation forces on the ground and expect contact. Yeah, they didn't quite get that variable substitution right, did they? We're seeing point defenses powering up, Commander. We're going to have to take out those before we can secure this base. Is there a time dilation? Did you see them powering up a while ago?
Engaging target.
Good to go.
Guess we are sprinting in then. Unless we jump. Yeah, we can jump and get some shots. We got the resolve. What's vigilance? No point in eating stuff we don't have to eat. And these are all 90%. They're all 12 damage. Doesn't really matter. Oh, I've got to turn off pretty much all of them though. That's 48 down. Oh, should be enough. 3 hit, that's 36. Yeah. Good. 2 turrets down.
Turret destroyed.
So they're going to need to sensor
Good
lock
to
us if they want vision. Which is fine by me.
Waiting for orders.
Let's sprint up with you into cover here.
Affirmative.
We've got potential enemy reinforcements to worry about.
Ready for orders.
So we can see them but not shoot them from here. So let's get to where we can shoot them.
On my way.
Yeah, sure.
Receiving you. Copy that.
Yeah, one will be plenty, isn't it? We're only going to do 25.
Engaging target. That one's gone.
What can I do for you? Coordinates received.
Got something you want done?
Don't need the PPC. Let's keep that heat down. We've still got plenty of ammo.
One less turret.
So now we move in, take the base. Single move.
Heading out.
On my way. Uh-huh.
And we'll just brace with you.
Heads up,
Okay.
Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
There are the reinforcements we were expecting. Okay, and it turns out they are coming from more or less where I was expecting them. So we're not in initiative order yet. So we can afford to do some sprinting.
Location confirmed.
See, I want to be round the corner here, so fewer of the reinforcements. Oh, they're up here. Hello. All right. No, not sprinting, just moving. What have you got up here? As I say, it's just a spider and a blackjack. Okay. Popo can take them out. I think they're probably a lot more shocked about suddenly coming onto a stalker than we are about them winding up on us. They weren't in our rear arc at least. Shadowhawk, the 2D. Alright, that was just sprinting in. And the Shadowhawk 2H, okay. Yep, doesn't get much done against 60% damage
Minor
reduction.
damage, Commander. Nothing to see here.
And then their blackjack. Alright, so... Have you given me a rear shot
Good
on
to
you?
go.
No, it's a side shot. Okay. Guess I'll take out the spider first. Precision strike. Do we need the medium lasers? We do actually. We probably don't need everything. We're just going to be contributing with indirect LRMs after this, and that's not going to build up too much heat. So let's just make sure this guy dies.
Copy that.
We made sure that they died.
One more for the kill board.
Overkill is my favourite kind of kill. Okay. So we've got your... Okay, so the 2H is the fully armoured version, or the sensibly armoured version for a stock mech. And the 2D is the one with no armour. Like, light mechs have more armour. 360. So this will fall apart if we look at it funny. But it does have lots of evasion.
Waiting for orders.
So our hit numbers are not going to be great. Let's push up here.
You betcha.
Precision strike will help the accuracy somewhat.
This should be good.
Okay, we get lucky. The AC-10 does hit where we want it to. Get straight through that structure.
Yes, Commander. Got it.
We can dump another one of these in and we can open up with everything. There isn't a hold back really here.
Affirmative.
Great. So missing half of it,
Scored a critical hit.
almost missing the leg, which means that pretty much all of these are going to go into that center torso from the side. 30 resolve left. So we just burn all that resolve on not letting this mech get a shot off. Great. So the reinforcements are down to 2.
Mess them up. Mess him up good.
And we have chucked a load of resolve, but we did get a lot of it back. They look to run away a bit, which is very sensible given the situation. So we're up next. Let's let that blackjack do whatever it's going to do. Okay, so we don't have line of sight on it. We can worry about that Shadowhawk.
Receiving you.
Let's make it rain.
I copy.
It's very unsteady. Not a pilot with sure footing, that's for sure. Alright, I think we're probably okay just to move out to the side here. So we have enough to vigilance with both Jinsu and Medusa. So let's do that, just to protect ourselves from that blackjack coming over and getting some scary shots. Take off one medium laser, in we go from the side.
That hit something good.
We just put out a lot of damage with these Kintaros. Actually, I'm going to leave Medusa,
I hear ya.
and Spence, you can move in.
Don't need to tell me twice.
We can vigilance with you. Just fire everything.
Commencing Alpha Strike. Want some more, huh?
Well, they're probably not getting up
Waiting
again.
for orders.
Well, the blackjack's not really doing anything, is it? And I can shoot it from here.
Location confirmed.
You've got, what, 10 on that center torso, right? One of these is hidden.
I copy.
There we go.
Tango down. Hell yes.
Okay, let's reserve and see what that blackjack does. I hope that mech warrior is wearing his brown trousers. Alright, not an unreasonable effort.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
So you got no evasion at all. Oh, you are in a mineral field. Just about. Okay.
Standing by.
We overheat, we fire everything.
Firing on target.
We've got a pilot injury in there. We might knock him
Waiting
down
for
and kill him
orders.
then. So I need to jump. Okay.
Engaging jump jet.
Don't get a shot when we do that, so we'll just brace.
Aye aye.
Medusa. Need to jump as well. And brace.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And Spencer, we basically just need to sprint somewhere where we can be relevant. Alright, I think you probably could have done made a more sensible choice than that.
Yes, Commander.
Let's just put him on his back.
Target confirmed.
So that's 2 pilot injuries.
Good to go.
Yeah, we don't need to run to get into range. We get into gold range with a normal move. And we take off one of the 70%ers. Alright, there we go.
That's a kill.
And there's our ride.
Mission successful.
The base is ours. I mean, there was never really any doubt, but we didn't take any pilot injuries from lucky hits or lose any pilots or anything, which is always a risk. We did take a bit of damage to the back of that Kintaro, which could have been scary. That will need repairing, but that's okay. What's our priority pick going to be? We can finish a spider. There is no core gear. Fine, maybe I'll finish a spider. Stick it in storage, sell it later.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Into the vault with you, with all the others. Right. So we are going to need to make some repairs to that Kintaro. I'm going to refit it just in case we have a better hit defense gyro. We've got a +2 hit defense and a +3 hit defense. So we do. Let's pull you out. We'll put the +3 in. Oh, that's melee hit. +3 hit defense. There we go. 2 days. Let's confirm that. We've got +3 hit defenses in all of our light mechs.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
I'm pretty sure we do. You're +3. You're +3. You're +3. And oh, you're only +2 hit defense with the machine guns. Okay, that's worth bearing in mind. What about this other Kintaro? You're only +1. Let's refit that then. We'll put the +2 in. They're pretty decent medium mechs, but they still are only medium mechs, so anything you can do to help them reduce the damage is welcome. This one's actually largely using the ++ SRMs. We haven't picked up any better SRMs, have we? No, just the one 25% crit SRM4. Nothing good on the SRM6 front either. Okay, cool.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too
Great,
hard.
so is there anything in the store? We can't go to the system store because the Capellans hate us. I mean, that's not a bad LRM20, is it? I'll buy that.
New weapon systems available.
+4 accuracy and +30 stability. So I've got 3 +30 stability, and I've got 8 +10 damage. So I feel like I have enough plus stability PPCs. So I'm going to stick one here and there. If I do stick a load of PPCs on the same thing, that's 35 heat, I would I'll pick the +10 damage ones in the hopes of making an almost head capper. So we're buying. Don't need any of those PPCs. Don't really care about SRM2s. And we've got all the comm systems we need. And I have a fire starter and I have a couple of generators ready to go, so we don't need anything here. So we are just off. I think the only thing I want to check I feel like I'll need the Kintaras before the heavy mechs because we've got lots of heavy mechs now. So we go to the Steel Beast. It's reduced tonnage. So our light mechs are going to be okay. It's only a one skull planet, so actually we're not going to need our assault mechs at all, are we? Let's prioritize, oops, in the Argo. Let's get the Kintaras done. Not the Cyclops. So we'll get both Kintaras. We don't need to do anything to any light mechs. Then we get the Atlases back, the Cyclops, and the heavy mechs. All good. On to the Steel Beast. 16 days of travel.
Calculating course now.
We will have no difficulty in paying the bills in the intervening 16 days. If you're watching the stream, feel free to say hi in chat.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Here we go. Okay, so the upgraded lounge is finishing, and I think that's going to stick us on 50 morale. So I can just leave things on normal. No need to overpay. Okay, so all the high spirits ran out. 2 birds. As the daily briefing winds down, Darius pauses. Last item on the agenda, Capellan officials have sent us an inquiry. They somehow know about our involvement in the assassination of the Kuritan defector, Yoshito Okada. Their message suggests that they'd be willing to forget our involvement, even pay us, if we offer up some information on our accomplices. Oh man, Yankrings. This is a 2 birds, 1 LRM situation. Let's tell them all about our charming friend, Gaku Hironaka. Dr. Murad arches an eyebrow. That isn't an expression, Yang, but admittedly, I'm inclined to agree. If we gave up Yamaguchi, we'd never work again. But a sub-commander is another story. Well, that's interesting, because I've never done that flashpoint before. I've not had this pop up. So, Gaku Hironaka is, I think, the Chui, the Galadin Riders. Yeah, like a lieutenant. And he tried to stiff us in a flashpoint, like gave us bad intel, made us blow up a convoy. The target wasn't there, and he refused to pay us until we took out the other convoy. So we did the other convoy pro bono, got our man, and then got paid and made him look bad. But we're not looking for any Capellan rep. But we will find it very easy to drop that Capellan rep once we're back in free world space. So what's the difference between getting Darius to use his best judgment or tell Darius to give up Gakko Hironaka's name? I don't trust Darius's best judgment. Not by a long shot. You shrug. I might regret this, but Yang's right. To hell with Gakko Hironaka. Hours after the Exo sends a response to the Liao officials, he calls the command staff back to the command center. Good news, the Capellans were highly interested in our mutual pain in the ass. They'll follow up with Hironaka and leave us alone. We even earn 100,000 sea bills for our trouble. Yang whistles. See? What did I tell you? Now that's 3 birds. 1 political explosion? Dr. Murad interrupts. Colloquialisms aside, I'd say this was just the sort of small victory we needed. Sometimes the bad guys do pay. Days later, you receive an HPG message in your private quarters. You read through the formal language quickly and suss out the points. The Combine can't pin you down for a role in the disappearance of Hironaka, but their intelligence indicates that your outfit must be involved. This is a warning. Okay, so we lose just 2 rep with the Combine, so we drop off from being 100 rep with them to 98. So that is a little painful. And we gain rep with the Capellans, which is also a little painful. In terms of our career score, we had faction reputation completion with 4, and now we're at minus 99, not minus 100, and we're at 98, not 100. So we've got to get that, but we also have 565 days to fix it. And I really wanted Hironaka dead, because he was annoying. Alright, let's have a look at this. So, a Solaris Gladiator has murdered my nephew Argent. With your help, I will see his killer brought to justice, Commander. Make him suffer and I'll make you rich. Let's just have a look. So, yeah, there's a shop here. There's a black market too. So you can buy blackjack parts and nothing of consequence. You can buy an atlas. It's the standard 7D, right? So I have this atlas. And you can buy a 10 damage LRM. Well, a 3rd atlas, it's pretty hard to say no to that, isn't it? Pretty damn hard to say no to a 3rd atlas. Alright. 12,300,000. So we do this flashpoint and we do it. I do want the plus 10 damage large laser. The plus 10 damage large laser is pretty handy.
New weapon systems available.
Not fussed about anything else. But yeah, buying an atlas, tempting. Very tempting. Oh, and the other thing we should do before diving in on
Hey,
the
boss. Nice to
flashpoint is if I can pick the right menu option. We were travelling, we've got the training sims, so we hopefully can level up some of these
Aye, aye.
guys. You're 150 off.
Yes, Commander.
Welcome back, Arbiter.
Got something you want done?
Okay, so Cheetah does qualify. 6 guts gets you the overheat threshold, which I think is more important than
Training complete.
a point of extra gunnery, given that you can gain accuracy with
Waiting for orders.
precise shots and elevation, all the rest of it. Falcons
Commander.
still need some. Okay, so yeah, ace pilot and then on to cool shot mastery with you.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Yes, Commander.
And waiting for your first 10.
Good to go.
We can make you suck less. Push up for the cool shot bonus
Mech
later.
warrior training complete.
Commander.
Okay, and we can get coolant vent with you. and piloting 5, so let's do that. We go piloting gunnery 6, and then we push up for cool shot mastery with
Training
him.
complete.
So you are our first gladiator. Okay.
Standing by.
And we're waiting on your last 10.
Good to go.
And
Training confirmed, Commander.
you're our first brawler. Congratulations.
Good to go.
I don't think anyone
Good
else.
to go.
I've got lots of pilots with lots of XP that I'm not putting the money into, spending the experience because I want to keep the costs down. Because if you don't level them up, their salary doesn't go up. Alright, now we're ready. Commander, I'm pleased to see that you've accepted my request. The matter that I have for you is one of a personal nature. My nephew Aryan has been murdered, killed in the cockpit by a grandstanding fall in front of a cheering audience. I want his head, and I want you to deliver it to me. I'm sorry for your loss, Graf Stieglitz-Brentford, and I think I can speak for everyone on the team when I say that we'd be honoured to help. Who exactly are we going to be dealing with? A Solaris 7 gladiator. He's a mountain of a man, a sadist who revels in misery and thrives on the jeers of the crowd. His name is Bogdan Tubbs, but he calls himself the Steel Beast. Under the guise of friendship, Tubbs challenged my nephew to a harmless exhibition match. Excuse me, but when Arjun stepped into the arena, Gladiator turned what should have been a friendly duel into a bloody execution. In the end, he crushed Arjun's cockpit with his Battlemech's armoured claw. Did someone pay him to do it? What was his motivation? Fame? The roar of the crowd? Who can guess? In truth, Ms. Murad, I wouldn't care less what drove that gladiator to kill dear Argent. I care only that the justice of House Stieglitz-Bradford and the House Steiner is visited upon this steel beast, and that Bogdan Tubbs pays for Argent's death with his own life. If you can lure this gladiator out to the rim periphery, we'll take care of him for you. Alas, I cannot, but you can. One of the Steel Beast's biggest sponsors, Ironwood Productions, based on Hieratitis, okay, has a Hollywood distribution facility right here on Hieratitis, and it just so happens that Ironwood Productions is hosting a major fan event for Tubbs' most ardent supporters. I want you to make a mockery of the Steel Beast retinue, smash them to pieces, stomp them flat, send them running back to whatever caves they crawled out of, and I want you to record yourselves doing it. Okay, I'm with you so far. Keep going. After you've destroyed the Steel Beast supporters, I want you to proceed to Ironwood Productions' hollow recording facility and capture it. You will then use the equipment inside to broadcast a challenge to Solaris 7 and beyond. The Steel Beast will be powerless to resist such a challenge. He will come to you, and I will kill him for what he did to my nephew. And you will kill him for what he did to my nephew. You really think that this idiot will be that easy to ambush? I mean, it'll be a pretty obvious trap. If you call him out loudly enough, he won't have a choice. Solaris gladiators live and die by their reputations. If the Steel Beast ignores your challenge or refuses to fight you, his popularity in the arena will suffer for it. Yeah, in that case, we're on it. You have my thanks. Return to me when your challenge has been recorded, and we'll lure Arjun's killer to us. All right. Okay, so yep, we've got the Steel Beast and like some tiny contracts as well. That's where we are. Let's beat up some fools. 3 skull. We're not going to care about salvage. Get 1 point just in case some nice gear drops. Okay, no tonnage limitation on this, so let's try out our new Cyclops. And as we're not going for salvage, I'm not too interested in too interested in like landing headshots or anything else. We should just be able to smash them to bits. In the Cyclops though, I think I'm going to put Falcon. He's got Bulwark and the ability to sense lock, so if I'm not using him for weapons, we'll be okay. The Stalker and the Cyclops are going in the medium phase. That is a little nuts. I love it. This is a crazy lance. And it's going to get crazier because I'm going to sub out that Stalker for another Atlas. Okay, if we are to draw the Still Beast into a fight, we must first provoke him. The wholesale slaughter of his revolting followers seems like a reasonable first step. I'll point you in the right direction, you'll bring the firepower, and we'll scour this world of Bogdan Tubbs fan club. Then we'll move on to a more high-profile target. Let's go beat up some violent drunks. We are going to spank them.
Command interface initiated.
Our surveillance drones have spotted a group of the Still Beast friends and followers near this location. Understand that these people aren't trained mercenaries, they're a motley crew of Solaris gladiators, pirates and highwaymen. Most don't belong on the battlefield at all, let alone in a battlemech's cockpit. It should be a trivial matter for you to smash them flat. Sounds like a plan, Graf. Takashi, I'll be recording this fight for a broadcast, so try to put on a good show. Give them the business. Oliver out. We've got to rename one of our atlases The Business, so that when we're giving them the business,
Copy that.
okay, we got our first enemy contact. Get them to cover, why
You
not?
betcha.
Falcon can push up a bit so we can scout.
Acknowledged.
And Popo. We're missing the extra sprint distance on these guys and these assault mechs. Come and see what you're up against. Okay, yep, good sense of locking. So I get that was an AC-10 and that must be a Centurion. Alright.
Ready for orders.
We can
I'm your
get
spaniel.
into cover.
I got a sensor
Okay,
trace
they
here.
got someone else over there. I'll save the precision strikes for someone who's going to make use of them better. Let's just bleed off some evasion. Keep the heat down until we've got better shots. We've got, what, 10 rounds of firing with the SRM, so I don't feel like I need to save the ammo. Okay, we got pretty lucky there. A few of those hit.
I've got eyes on hostile
Okay.
reinforcements. They're heading your way.
There's more of them out there.
Commander?
So they're already sensor locking us. Let's move into cover. So they've got a blackjack, they've got that Centurion. The blackjack does have ammo in the torso, doesn't it? Let's see if we can work our way to the side. Okay, don't quite blow off a side. That's a 65 tonner.
Yep.
Okay, so we don't make it into the ECM field, but that's okay.
Confirmed.
We've got a vigilance for the damage reduction. And we'll put the hat on this guy.
Target.
So that's then done.
That's a kill.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And spent there, I think we are going to sprint up. We get our ECM charge.
Got it.
And we'll be in range next
Hell
turn.
yeah.
Okay, not the best camera angle looking through a rock there. So do they get into our ECM bubble? Yes, they did. Okay, that's good. Let's take them out. Who's going to do the honours? Medusa's still vigilanced. So maybe, actually, yes, Spenthia's not an option. I think Medusa
Ready for orders.
is most likely from here. Only 57 resolve. We will take a fair bit of damage if we don't vigilance. Not great numbers, is it? Can we move and get closer? Okay, yeah, we get into gold range with almost everything here.
On it.
That is better. Not great, but better.
Roger.
Okay, well, we get lucky with those Gauss rifles.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Okay, then there's sensor locking
Yes,
Falcon. We're in cover, so we've got good hit numbers now. I think I can get away with 4 medium lasers.
Mech destroyed.
We got 1600 armor on this Cyclops.
I laugh at your puny attack.
We can take a bit more punishment than they've dished out so far, it's fair
Got
to
something
say.
you want done?
Oh yeah, let's stay in cover. Actually, let's reserve.
Waiting for the right move.
You're actually our most fragile mech now, Popo, and that Stalker. No head hits yet.
I hear ya.
Let's push up with
Moving
Spenthia
out.
and just see if we can core out that Centurion in one go. Okay, we blow off the shield arm, which isn't great, and we open up center torso a bit, but missed with the big guns. Okay, yeah. That's what I was hoping for. Not being in cover, we pull some of the aggro
Nice
from
try.
Falcon. They split their fire now. He was sensor locked, but he does have the damage reduction, and she doesn't.
Ready for orders.
And at the beginning of the next round, she is going to be protected by ECM. And will have a chance to protect herself before taking any more fire.
Scored a critical hit.
Alright, Centurion's still on its feet, so they'll still have vision for... it's a Jägermech.
Whoa! Easy on the armor, buddy.
Alright, we're still pretty fortunate. Haven't had any random head hits or anything. Always a danger when you do leave yourself unbraced. And we've got a few people who can go before these guys.
I await your command.
So if I want to move. Do I want to move? I don't think I do. No, I'm fine. I can keep shooting like this. So we've got to like 27 resolve after this, so we won't have enough. Anything else? I think I'm okay actually.
Firing.
Show me your war face.
Gotcha.
Farewell, sweet prince.
Alright.
They've got a lock on me.
Okay, and they're having a go at Spenthia, who's not going till phase 2. Medusa in the Atlas. Let's walk up.
Got it.
Let's precision strike and go center torso. Just with the Gauss rifles.
I'm on it. How'd that taste?
Pretty reasonable return. 70 left on that CT.
I've been sensor locked.
We've been sensor locked as well.
Waiting for orders.
Let's walk around the corner here. And they can have it with the PPC and the LMs. PPC misses, unfortunately. But the ammo explosion will do.
Hostile removed.
Just got to worry about their reinforcements now. Okay, yeah, we're
Okay, that was bad.
down to a mere 200 armor on that center torso.
Commander?
So I think it's probably time to sprint into cover. Let's go sideways on a bit.
Ah, damn.
Okay, so the reinforcements and catapults.
They've got a sensor lock on me. Receiving you.
Oh, we have 76 resolve. Okay. I think I'm probably
Moving
okay.
to position.
If they sense and lock me, I'm just going to move here and brace. We'll soak up the damage. Okay, coming in from the side. We handle that pretty well.
Orders?
Let's go up and give her some cover.
On my way.
And we're running pretty hot, so let's brace and get rid of some of that heat. Just taking half damage from the LRMs there, which really does help.
Waiting for
Okay,
orders.
time for our big hitters.
Location confirmed.
Let's see what we can do.
Roger that.
It's not bad. 30 left on that center torso.
Scored a critical hit.
Good to go.
And yeah, can't shoot from here, so we do need to move. Just move one.
Right, Commander.
Let's pour on the firepower.
Firing on target.
There we go.
Mech destroyed.
Mess them up. Mess them up.
I think even if these guys had full armor, concentrated fire from 2 Atlases wouldn't have too much trouble putting them down.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Okay, so they're locked up. Spenthia. Just got the one catapult to go though, and she is in cover.
What's up, boss?
Let's soften that Jaeger mech up from the side.
Acknowledged.
Every time the AI is sensor locking me because I've got ECM, it's a time they're not shooting me, which is saving me so
Thy
much
will be
damage.
done.
Don't get into gold range anywhere. So we may as well move up into cover.
Rolling.
And let's up our numbers a bit. Overheat if we fire everything.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes. Ooh, that hit something good.
Okay, and they sprint into the bubble,
Waiting for orders.
which is not the smartest idea you've ever had when there's an Atlas waiting in there to hit you for 140 points of damage.
Got it. Ah!
Unfortunately, the rock got in the way there.
Good to go.
So that catapult's not doing much until later on now, is it? Let's go in from the side here.
Attacking from position.
Very dead. How dead? Very dead. The deadest.
Target neutralized. Let's go.
Alright, and... are we
Commander?
going to play a rousing game of stamp on the catapult?
Moving to position. The Cobra strikes.
I feel like a bully.
Standing by.
Let's just make things even worse for them.
Affirmative. Reporting critical hit.
And
Good to go.
Bentley's already there, just stamp on him again.
Ah!
And the small lasers, just to add insult to injury.
That's a kill.
Alright, that was glorious, Commander Kovac. You beat them bloody without a shred of hesitation or remorse. And I captured the entire show on Holovid. Nice, crisp footage, ready for air. Then by all means, we should broadcast it. We move on Ironwood Productions and their Holo distribution facility, and we do it now. What about refits and repairs? Oh, Lance just took fire down there. It didn't take any damage, Yang, it's fine. I am paying you to deliver swift justice for Arjun's murder, Mr. Vatanen. Anything short of that is unacceptable. You will move on Ironwood's Holo distribution facility, and you will do it without delay. You're the boss, Graf. If you say we push forward, then we push forward.
Mission successful.
I do not fear the base destruction mission. Okay, all good. Pity that we're getting rep with the Steiners, because we are going to have to get rid of that at some point. XP on the parts is good. It's a +4 accuracy AC2. That's a good LRM-15. Looks like we're taking the good LRM-15. Catapult part, really accurate AC2. Hooray! We're saved. We've got a good AC2. So we're going to go straight into a consecutive deployment, I guess. If it doesn't have a tonnage limit, we'll just go for the same ridiculously powerful lance again. Yep, consecutive deployment. Do we go with the same guys? Yeah, let's keep getting them experience. No one took any injuries. And why use lighter mechs when we might need lighter mechs? Because they did say reduced tonnage in the flashpoint description. I'm guessing to take down the steel beast, we're going to have to use lighter mechs, maybe. Iowa Productions, Hollywood distribution facility is just ahead of you, Commander. Take it, and we will use it to ensure that the steel beast hears your challenge. You heard the man, let's get this job done. So looking at the time, I'm going to have to wrap up here. So I've got to get back to work, unfortunately. But we'll hopefully have the chance to finish this flashpoint off with this mission and the third one next time, which will be in a few hours.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, the hollow distribution facility should be just ahead of you, Commander. Indeed, Ironwood Productions uses this facility to mass-produce Hollywood entertainment for combat enthusiasts across the inner sphere. They have everything we'll need to ensure the Steel Beast a challenge he cannot refuse. I would advise your Lance to scout the facility before engaging it. Ironwood Productions has security contracts with a number of local mercenary outfits, and resistance is likely to be heavy. Not as heavy as us.
Watch the trees. You never know what's in them.
I think they won't know what's hit them. Well, that's it for now. Join us later when we splat this base and then take on the Steel Beast. That will be in about 3 hours, I think, or give or take. So if you've been watching, thanks for watching, and until